YouTube. So this is my Daytona Cafe Racer 250cc. A lot of people ask me, what bike is this? What model is this? How big the cc is? How fast can it go? Well, I've decided to make this video so that it could be a guide for everyone who is looking at this bike, and also if you're thinking about purchasing one for your ride, daily commute and stuff like that. So this bike, it's locally assembled, but the parts are actually from China. A local brand, a Malaysian brand called CMC. What they did is they import all the parts from China and they assemble it locally in Malaysia. It's a pretty cool bike, 250cc, good for city travel. I've actually done ride with my friend up to Thailand. Good, it has not broke down or anything. Minor problem does occur, like normal oil leaks, or some of the OEM parts are not really well built in terms. Good amount of power for you to be riding either in the city or even if you're going for like long distance ride, enters easily. So what I did to this bike, I've modified the handlebar from the existing handlebar to this 8-bar monkey bar. It has a slightly higher riding position whereby your hands are kind of like chopper style riding position. The more laid back and less aggressive position, it provides a better riding posture. You will not get back aches, especially when you're doing long distance ride. And for some friends who actually ask if I have to change any cables after I changed into a higher handlebar, the only cable that I changed is the cable for the front disc brake. The initial one was shorter than this one. It wasn't really long, hence I had to get it changed. Yeah, the rest of the cables, using back the stock cables from factory, so I didn't change anything apart from just this cable that I've looped it over to the meter, and it comes up back connecting to the brake oil reservoir, as you can see. What you see here, the little blue color bracket, it's just a smartphone holder bracket bought from Decathlon. Good for people, especially when you're going to be traveling and you need to use your mobile phone to navigate your way on Google Maps, Waze and stuff like that. Pretty good gadget for you to be able to mount your mobile phone horizontally on your handlebar while you're riding, so at least you get visual guidance. You won't get lost easily. The next thing that I've actually done is modified the seat. Initial seat was a single seater with like a little hunch on the back. Very inconvenient if you're going to be traveling with a pillion rider behind. So what I did was I kind of flattened the seat. I've done it in Husk Cushion. I'll have the link of Facebook page of Husk Cushion in the description below. So any of you who would like to have your seat being modified can always go to Husk Cushion and look for them. So very friendly people, did like 4 rounds of testings before wrapping the seat up for me, and I would say they actually did a pretty good job. Previous seat, riding on it for about an hour caused butt pain on highway. After doing this, I could actually ride for about 2 hours without stopping and I don't have any issue at all. Great job to Husk Cushion for making the bike a more enjoyable bike to ride on for long distance especially. So the next thing that I've modified on the bike is actually the brake light. So initially it was like bulb brake light. I changed into this LED strip brake light. Gave the bike a more modern look and a more minimalist and cleaner finishing. Overall the bike looks cleaner and it looks fierce with this kind of setup. So the next thing was to change the stock signal light into something smaller, and it actually looked better than the original one, giving it a more minimal and stealth look in my opinion. And with this smaller signal light, It kind of gives the bike an overall more modern feel. It looks more fierce and it has a cleaner finishing to the bike, so it doesn't have bulging signal lamps hanging around, and especially when you're going through bumps it will be wobbling a lot. I've also changed to RKM's chain. I think the configuration is 16 teeth in front, 38 teeth at the back for the sprocket, and the chain width itself is 428 chain. It comes with O-rings, gave a better performance to the bike. Better throttle response, made the bike feel lighter, and it gives a more pleasant riding experience. And so the last thing that I did on this bike was actually to change into a pair of aftermarket mufflers. On the internet it's actually called Tulip mufflers, cocktail shaker mufflers, or even trumpet mufflers. It's also from China itself. I'll put a link in the description below with my friend's shop. It's called Kartel. They actually have this muffler ready, and if you would like to change into one of them, you could contact them via the Facebook link on the description below. And I think last but not least, everyone would actually be wondering, well, how does the bike sound like after you've changed the aftermarket trumpet exhaust? Well, without further ado, I think this is the part where everyone is waiting for. Let's fire up the engine and let the bike speak for itself. And so there you have it. That's what I've actually modified for my Daytona 250cc Cafe Racer. If you want to know more about the part and where you're able to purchase it, remember to look for my friend. His name is Nuex. His shop is by Kartel. The link to their Facebook page is in the description below. Hit them up. I'm very sure Nuex is able to give you a very special rate on the aftermarket parts and everything. So that's all from me now. Signing off.